Leo, this is going to be your no contact reading, or someone you're not speaking to, or someone you haven't heard from. Regardless if this message came across, ooh, look at you coming out as the Queen of Wands. Trust there's a message here for you. Okay, so it's for Sun, Moon, and Rising. Leo signs, we have the freaking Queen of Wands and the Three of Cups in the reverse. How beautiful. Okay, what's not beautiful is the Three of Cups in the reverse. Okay, sometimes when that's in reverse, there is like something that feels that there could be like you involved in some type of love triangle. That's not always the case, but that's kind of like what I'm seeing here. I do feel that there is a sense of a want to have community and happiness, but there's a lot of loneliness within like this relationship. I feel like whatever's happening, you are trying to make a wise decision and trying to keep yourself at peace. I am seeing your confidence coming back. I am seeing you feeling very good about yourself. But I do feel like you're just no longer feel like happy when it comes with somebody here. So the King of Swords is saying that you're trying to make a very logical decision and more wise choices for yourself. Okay, we have Temperance and the Nine of Cups, Judgment in the reverse. There is some type of need for awareness, a very big disappointment in some area. We do have the Emperor, which is upright, and we do have the Dawn of Cups, which can be like something that really needs to be addressed here, but someone has very poor judgment. There is a wish or a desire here, and I feel you're being very patient with it, okay? Or it requires patience. If you guys are interested in a personal reading with me, you could go ahead and click in the description box below. All right, we have the Three of Pentacles and we have the Nine of Cups. Somebody here desires you, but there's some type of secret. The challenge is something's a secret. The Tower is showing that there has been a very disrupt in the connection, and it could be silence, like nobody's really talking right now. The King of Wands is coming through and the Queen of Swords. So I feel like this person has a lot to say, but they may be holding this front of like the King of Wands, like very ego-like. I feel like you've already trying to move on from this connection, or just to move on to calmer waters already and heal, because usually what happens is a Tower came, something corrupted something here, silence happened, and then now you're on this journey of trying to move forward and build your life back and build your confidence as you're going down your new beginning with the Star on your side. So the Tower happened, the Star happened. So you're in the healing phase right now. But there is somebody that is very, very in their head about you and very obsessive about you. But also you feel like they're not possibly the good fit for you because the Devil is here. Okay? There's some type of bond that doesn't feel, you know, safe, maybe like lusty and chemistry like, but it doesn't feel safe to you. And I feel like whatever this person is doing, they're trying to like, I don't know, they feel like they want to, the Queen of Swords is very like detached, very direct, and very cold at times because they want to come off confident. But I feel like this confidence is not working because the Devil's here. We have the Six of Pentacles, the Hangman, and the Three of Pentacles. I'm seeing a lot of three energy. So for some of you guys, this could be a love triangle. For some, not all. I do see the Sun on the bottom of the deck. I feel like you're holding on to something here in your energy. You wanted to like work something out. But Spirit is saying that you're holding on to something that may feel good at the time, but the Hangman is saying that this is something that is not meant for you. There's a need to sacrifice, especially if you're in some third-party energy. Okay, yeah, because I do see this person here with the Nine of Cups. They're over here they're over here walking, like, how do I say this, they're in fantasy land. I don't know where they are, but it feels like they're very disconnected, very victimizing type of person. And I don't know if they're like, stop putting in the effort. But we have the King and Queen. Something is stopping, something is like not progressing as it used to be. Yeah, somebody could be juggling more than one person. I'm sorry, this is like the reading I'm getting. And somebody got pissed off and cut them off. And now it feels like this person, it's either you cut them off or somebody got cut off and now coming back around. And it's very like equal. It feels balanced. But with the Hangman, it's showing that something here is not, it doesn't feel like it's meant to be held onto because of what this person has showed you. It feels like this person got cut off by a third party energy, comes back here, and then stops investing with you. Starts thinking about, yeah. Okay, the Queen of Cups. There's some type of other energy. This person's indecisive between energies. I don't feel like this person's committal at all, to be honest. They don't seem committal to anybody, not even their own life and their own stuff. The Devil's coming in the near future because this person seems to be very, very, very toxic. Yep, mental mind games. Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, no clarity. A lot of tension and conflict. Knight of Swords, very impulsive person. This person, I'm going to tell you right now, if you are dealing with somebody that you know that goes back and forth or dives in and out of relationships or says one thing but does another, that detaches so much from you and then you're there waiting a lot. This person seems to have other energies involved, where to the point where, and don't try to make this fit, you will know if there's a third party. And when things get very frustrating or however, this person seems to go to they're like hiding, they're like being secretive, and they go and open up other connections to feel fulfilled because they're so empty inside. They're emotionally immature, and this is what helps them come out of anxiety. This person may still be in a relationship with somebody here. But when things get hard or things feel like they want to let free or they get in an argument or whatever, they get very impulsive and reckless. And then you could be asking, why are you still with that person? They'll tell you no, but they're just in a fight with them type of thing, and then you find them disappearing again. This is what I'm getting, you guys. This one feels, Leo, that somebody here cannot walk away from their options. Someone here cannot fully make a decision. Someone cuts them off. They go back and forth. Then they try to relieve that pain by getting validation from other people. And I feel like you are coming out of that cycle. You're wanting to come out of this cycle. This feels like a personal reading. It really does not feel like it's for everyone. But if it resonates, it resonates. Okay, don't try to make it fit. But it does feel that someone's like they are in some type of conflict, like inner conflict. Competition is here. I feel like when it comes to you, they like how you emotionally are there for them. It boosts up their ego. But then they stop fighting. They stop trying. And then they become manipulative. And then they say you're too much, or this is getting too much, or whatever it is. And then they impulsively do a lot of things that are reckless because now they're starting to get in their head. And then that's when they start making impulsive decisions, being in up and down to where you don't even know what's next with this person. That's the outcome. And it's because they're juggling too much. You're in this person's like weird fantasy, feeling voids, not all there. They're not even thinking long term on how this can affect other people. They're only thinking about in the moment how it makes them feel right now. This is like an instant gratification feeling where they need to release any stress and to instantly fill voids and get validation because they feel so bad about themselves. That's what I'm seeing here. And the outcome is that they continue to be impulsive because they're stuck in their head. They're stuck in their own perspective. And I feel like a lot of you guys are moving away from this now and going to a new beginning after a tower, after the star. You're starting to catch on. I cannot be vulnerable with you. I rather hide in the darkness before I let you see inside me. I think of you at night when the world is asleep and my mind is awake. Gentle. I'm staying away because the last thing I want to do is hurt you, even though we shouldn't. I still want to. Forbidden. You're the missing puzzle piece that makes me feel that I'm right where I belong. Selfish. I love the way you make me feel, the Queen of Cups, but I can't give you the same in return. This has nothing to do with your worth, by the way. This has, yep, I dive in and out of relationships. Even the cards are saying this. I'm telling you, this person goes back and forth. I'm afraid of commitment. They don't commit to nobody. I feel like whatever this is, it makes it seem like they're, you know, this very open, kind, like generous person in the beginning, or they come up and try to trauma bond with you. I don't know what they're trying to do, but they go back and forth a lot when one thing doesn't work. So it's just, they're doing it for their own, because they feel so empty. This person in the past couldn't help them. All the other options they have that can't fulfill it. It's this person's own personal issue. It's just for you to know that this is not about you being the one that they choose. It's not about being chosen. You already choosing yourself. They don't get to choose nobody. They're the option, not you. They're acting like an option. That's why there's so many options. You're not acting like an option. Okay? This is somebody that I feel that you were trying to be faithful to, but can't be faithful with somebody who is in and out. I don't know. It feels like a lot of their mental health or mind gets in the way of their decisions or their habits or substance or weird things that they're keep very inside. And yeah, they're saying, please don't give up on me. I'm sending you loving energy. Can you feel it? I wish you were here with me. I run away to avoid my problems. They run away to avoid the problems instead of facing it head on and doing the proper work. Instead, they run to other energies. This is not okay. This is not healing energy. This is not somebody who's going to heal. This is somebody who's going to jump, and not even care. They don't want to face themselves. So they're not going to care how they make you feel in the end, because they don't care how they want to care about that moment they're feeling insecure. This is all about them getting their fix, because they don't know what they really need to do is leave everybody alone and go get some help. You know what I mean? You can trust others. You are supported. This one seems, lead by example. Sometimes you're going to be the one that has to lead the connection. Carefully consider your options. Choose wisely, Spirit saying. Attitude of gratitude. Blessings coming in. Let me get you an empower message, you guys. Wow, Libra. I'm not Libra, Leo. Being honest is not easy, but it is empowering to speak your truth. We also have nourishing your body with the right foods is healthy, but not if you deprive yourself of enjoyment. Remaining lighthearted during stressful times will help keep you in the flow. Yeah, sometimes you just can't take these situations too seriously. It's like, okay, this is not about me. This has everything to do with about all their problems, their emptiness. And I don't want to be a part of that anymore, because all it's going to do is hurt me. And then you don't know what they're going to do next. You don't know if they're going to go left, right, straight, up, anywhere. They're not consistent, and they're showing you that, and they've shown you that. And sometimes you work with them, and then sometimes it goes apart because they go to other things that fulfill them at the time. Not saying that you can't fulfill this person completely. No, it has nothing to do with you. You can fulfill a lot of people completely. This one's just really empty. You fulfill people who are also fulfilled, okay? Who don't need other people to fulfill them. They're already going to be fulfilled on their own and secure. This is an insecure person. You want someone that's secure and who doesn't have any eyes for anyone else but you. Where you don't have to feel like you have to change yourself or do something, okay? You're a beautiful energy. You got to trust that. But yeah, I don't see this person. No. They have a long way to go. I don't even, honestly, with that, it's just reckless. The outcome is saying it's reckless. So be careful with this person. Don't take them seriously, Spirit saying. Just try your best to choose wisely when it comes to this energy and show gratitude for what you have. And you remember, you are not an option. This is not about being chosen. It's about how they treat themselves. They treat themselves as an option because they're not committal, because they're afraid of commitment. Okay? You treat yourself as a prize. All right, so I'm going to leave this here. I do hope this message did help and bring some clarity. And if it did in any way, please like, comment, and subscribe and follow. And please be careful with the scammers out there. God bless.